All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard a big news day. Mark McKinnon will be here soon. Larry Kudlow will be here. And before we get it all started, let's get it actually started with Bill Tucker for all the latest that's going on. Bill?
Thank you, Steve. Good news for Donald Trump leading up to Tuesday. The latest New York Times poll has him gaining ground on Hillary Clinton. Previous results from this poll had Clinton up nearly 10 points. Military personnel clearly want Trump as a commander-in-chief. A military.com survey of active soldiers say they want Trump to win over Clinton by a margin of 3-1. Trump himself will be at rallies in Florida and New Hampshire, two swing states that are within his reach. In New Hampshire, according to the latest WBUR poll, Trump leads Hillary for the first time in this election, holding a slim 1-point advantage. And for the first time in over a century, the Chicago Cubs can call themselves champions. The last time the Cubs won it, Republican William Taft was elected president. I don't think that's going to happen this time around, Steve, but we'll have to wait and see. For more on all these stories, head on over to Newsmax.com. Back to you, Steve.
All right. Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate it. All right. As I mentioned, Larry Kudlow later in the show and Mark McKinnon coming up in just a few minutes. Did you see Donald Trump on the campaign trail yesterday? Feeling a little cocky. Maybe not a good thing, but nonetheless, he was pretty funny trying to stay on message.
We are going to win the White House. Going to win it. It's feeling like it already, isn't it? Just, we've got to be nice and cool. Nice and cool. Right? Stay on point, Donald. Stay on point. No sidetracks, Donald. Nice and easy. Nice. Because I've been watching Hillary the last few days. She's totally unhinged. We don't want any of that.
All right. Pretty funny, as I said. Now, revelation after revelation coming out about the FBI investigations going on into emails, Clinton Foundation, et cetera, et cetera. Fox News reporting last night that sources believe the Clinton Foundation case is moving towards a likely indictment. That was reported by Bret Baier last night. Hillary Clinton was asked about Director Comey. Watch.
Will you ask the FBI director to resign if you're elected president?
Well, let me answer the second question first, Joe. I'm not going to, either get ahead of myself by assuming I'll be fortunate enough to be elected. That's really up to you and your listeners. People have to turn out, or nothing that I'm going to be proposing will come into reality. But I also would never comment on any kind of, personnel issue.
By the way, that's Joe Madison's radio show on Sirius XM. No, she would never comment. It's amazing that she wouldn't just say the FBI director is there for 10 years. I'm not interested in changing FBI directors because you know what will happen if she becomes president. And Nancy Pelosi was asked a similar question.
I think he made a mistake. And these jobs, if you're not in it for a while, you can't take the heat. And I think he just couldn't take the heat from the Republicans. It's really unfortunate because I do believe he is a good person. Maybe he's not in the right job.
Do you think he should resign?
No, I'm not going to that place. I think that we have to just get through this election and just see what the casualties are along the way.
Maybe he's in the wrong job. She has some nerve. Some nerve. Maybe he's in the wrong job. All right. Speaking of someone in the wrong job, Barack Obama is on the campaign trail because they are desperate. He's bringing up things like Republicans they don't want you to vote. They don't want black people to vote, KKK, people, Mississippi, church bombings, all kinds. They're going to take your Pell Grants away. They're going to, wow, they must be so scared. Here's some of what Obama had to say.
Look, I am obviously a partisan Democrat. I understand that, but we're not Democrats or Republicans first. We're Americans first. And there's certain standards of behavior that we should expect out of our leaders. I've got Republican friends who don't think or act the way Donald Trump does. This is somebody who is uniquely unqualified.
Sure he wasn't looking in the mirror when he said uniquely unqualified? I love the other day he said the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say that. I taught constitutional law. You taught constitutional law, and you've been to the Supreme Court, your administration, a dozen times, and you lost unanimously? What does that say about you and the Constitution, which, by the way, Obama called a flawed document when he was running, well, prior to 2008? And that tape came out. I played it on the radio, but so what if the president thinks the Constitution's a flawed document? One more from Obama.
I ran against John McCain. I ran against Mitt Romney. I thought I'd be a better president. But I never thought that the Republic was at risk if they were elected.
Ay. All right. More of Barack Obama on the Give Me Five segment later in the show. And also, wait till you hear who brought up my name and this show in, I'll give you a hint maybe, in a 3.5-hour speech that he gave the other day. Maybe I gave it away if you're a connoisseur of that kind of stuff.